Hi, welcome to a new experiment that I'm going to do. I am using a Raspberry Pi 2, as you can see right here, and using Ubuntu 16.04. I'm going to experiment with ROS, the robot operating system. I'm not new to this subject, but I am new to doing it using Python. And since Raspberry Pi is quite useful using Python, I do it in that way. I have prepared a few things, basic installation, etc. But that's all I have done for now. And I'm going to try first to write a new, a tutorial, follow the tutorial to write the program, see if that indeed works as should, because that would indicate that everything is installed correctly. And after that I will see for my own needs. So first of all, writing the publisher note. I already did this step, so now the point is to copy this into the Python editor, and of course since it has a publisher and a subscriber, this is only the publisher node. And for those who are not familiar with the robot operating system, you can visit wiki.ros.org, and I can explain a little. The robot operating system is middleware. It is a messaging system, and in order to communicate, you have nodes that publish no matter what, and you have nodes that subscribe. So in order to let the message be effective, you have to you must have a subscriber. If you don't have a subscriber, messages will be published anyway. So this is a publisher, which I will name and I'll have to take care that I do this in actually the correct directory. So in catkin workspace source robot pi, as I've called my project and scripts. So I'm going here, source pi and scripts, and I call it robot pi pub, and it will be a Python file. So you can see it gets automatically the extension of py. Now I have to make a new file, because now I'm going to do the subscriber. Explanation of the code will follow, of course. So I copy everything, put it in here, and save this. And this will be the subscriber. And this is just following the tutorial. Here they call them a listener.py and talker.py. I decided to do it a little bit different. So what they say here is I have to make the node executable. I am using Ubuntu, which is Linux, so I can do that. And I have to be in here, so to avoid confusion, let me close this terminal window. Here are the files, so I say change mod, make a +x, make executable robot py .pub, and I automatically assume this should be done as well. Then I have to do to go to the workspace and say catkin make, and let's see what happens. If you've seen my videos before, you know, you would have noticed that I'm using Tiger VNC, so I'm using virtual network control VNC to get this done. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to record this. So this is done, and now it's time to see what is happening. So I am about to run the publisher, and it says that I have to start a ROS core, because without a ROS core, ROS won't work, or nodes won't work. So I'm doing it quite simple, using Linux and Unix properties. I'm ending this with an ampersand, and that means that the process, this program, will run in the background. And then of course I have to say ROS core, not ROS node. Now you can see it is running. Now I say enter, and it keeps running. So from here I have to, as they say, source.devel, so I'm just following it. This is done, and now let's run it. So now you see a difference. My experience is C++ only, so this is unknown territory for me, doing it in Python. So ROS run, and now I have to make sure that I use my own name, which is robot PI, and instead of talker I say robot PI publish pub py. And here you say, here you see exactly what it is, and that comes quite close to here. So I am going to start a new window, open a new window, and I say ROS run. Nope. I have to go to the to do exactly the same as I say in here, and then hopefully it will work, and then subscriber. And here you see the result, which is quite similar to this. So this indicates it actually is working. This one is sending, this one is subscribing and listening. So with this working, it is actually confirmed that on the Raspberry Pi 2 ROS is running and installed successfully, and the example giving different names is working. So with this example confirmed, I can do more. So let's start. Before continuing to adapt this publisher and subscriber to my own needs, it of course is worth noticing that this Python is not looking like the Python I've used so far in my other projects. So this is of course because of RaspberryPi, which has its own instructions, and the form because of the way ROS works. And with that said, let's change some things. This is called Chatter because it's a publisher, and I want to give it a different name to get rid of this example. So let's just say public talk. Or talker, whatever. And is that alright? Yes, because this is chatter and this is chatter. This is talker and this is listener. So chatter should be the same thing. So let's keep this. And I should actually not say talker, since this is talker as well. So let me do it like that. Listener and talker, well, what can you say about that? It has to be named, and it is talking. So let's keep that for now. Then let's take some. Let's add something. So here, let's say for instance, hello number is 10, then RaspberryPi dot loginfo hello number, and pub dot publish hello number. So now it and I made yeah, that's another thing, no semicolon because this is Python, and I may add here RaspberryPi dot get time, and I'm just following what's written here. So what do I do here? Do I need to change anything? I am not quite sure. It is publishing. It is publishing a string. And this of course is a string. So let's just go see what will happen. Saving this one, go back to do I have to getting make? I don't think so. Let's just run and see what happens. So this is 1 and this is 2. Ah, so it says public speaker is not the legal resource name, and that is because I have to take out the hyphen probably. So let's start again. Field data must be of type string. And type 20. And it is in pub, yes. Line 15 is right here. So I have field data must be of type string, so I have to say string, and then of course percent %s and this. So let's see if that is indeed. Oh, then I have to. Then I have a problem because this is hello string, this is hello string, so I make this hello string 2. So let's see what happens now. And now you can see that it hears 10 and it hears hello world, but that's not what I intend to do. I want a digit. So I have to try to make it into a number somehow, but at least two things are being done, so that's a difference already. And the solution for publishing a number is actually quite simple. So what I do is, oops, not this one. I introduce an array, call this data. Then I say, for example, A is integer list and an integer is a number, and then say A data dot data is, for example, a number. And what I have to do then is say publish, let me say here, quite important, A, and publish, don't be so fast, A. So this is what I have to do, and then I have to subscribe to something too, but let's first see if this is working. Save. Now I have to go to here. That is one. Invalid syntax. Oh, that's interesting. Let me remove this here and move it out here, because usually that is the way to declare the things in Python. So let's do it again. Still invalid syntax. Would I have to use this? Invalid syntax still, because this is really an array. Now I'm just trying. No. Alright, this is something I have to find out, because I got this from an example I found, and that showed actually ordinary data being sent. So why this is not correct, I dare not tell yet. In the meantime, I will have to find a solution for this. It is interesting, absolutely. This shows that it works on the Raspberry Pi 2. This will be an ongoing series of experiments in which I try to control robots using another breadboard. Everything is done except for the breadboard, so I can code and then add some stuff to control. For now, thank you for watching. If you like this video and my other videos on my other project, please consider to support me by either allowing advertisements in between the video segments, or visit my website, which you can find under this video, and consider using PayPal to make a small donation in support of this blog and videos. And this is to be continued.